Welcome back, everyone. This will be part of the 165 SP series. I'm able to finally get all of my SP heroes up to 165. So at least all the ones I've owned up to 165. So, anyways, we'll start with the two most recent heroes, or actually Cecilia. Where is she? There we go. So I'm gonna go down the order. I'm gonna do Cecilia, Chin, and then I'm gonna go down Callahan, Layla, or Lena, and then all of my DPS heroes. Will go after that. So just a heads up for you guys to be on the lookout for that. So back to Cecilia, and here we go. SPs. So for Lena, I'm sorry, Cecile, keep calling her Lena. I have her on my Steam Wing, and I'll tell you the reason why I keep her on my Steam Wing as we go throughout the leveling. And she worked out the best for me with my setup in that setting. And let's go here. Here we go. First I went with agility, helps with armor, 5 points. Health, 5 points. I went with crit damage because it does do a little bit of damage extra. Also, well, the ship, heroes, and everything can do crit, and they can do damage. I like the overall percentage buff that helps versus just the only other alternative is taking these statics, regular buffs that you can get here, extra HP, extra impact, or extra attacks. I tend to stay away from those as much as possible, just because of the fact that you can raise that with your Lost City, you can raise that with armor, weapons, a bunch of other things versus valuable stat points in the SP tree. So that's why I did what I did here. So crit damage, crit rate. Plus, it also makes it versatile for me for a couple of reasons. Is when I do PvE and I keep her in the lineup, I can put her on any damage ship, and this two buffs will benefit the damage ship and the heroes on it versus everything else. It's just more of a bigger benefit buff. Okay, so that's out of the way for explanation. Dexterity, 5 points. Strength, 5 points. She is in a gunner position, so that's where she is there. Skip 25. Jump over to crit damage reduction. Always choose that. Back over to main attributes. So you got agility and constitution. We'll go for that. I go for curse just because for PvP, it reduces their damage. Or I'm sorry, not their damage, but their rage. Oh, no. I take that back. This was the other one I think Alina has. This one increases their target ship's damage. So they receive 10% more damage. So that's why I went with Curse versus Inspiration, where it's Rage Regeneration, Restoration rates. But if you have heroes out there that can counteract that. So it's a hit and miss for that one. Same thing with Regeneration. Healing reduction effects are out there. So safest bet for me is the opponents getting crit reduction or crit damage increase. So, or not crit damage, damage received increase. There we go. Skip 45, 50, crit damage, crit rate, 55 level. We are going for strategic damage reduction, strength, damage reduction for 60. Skip 65, 70, we got crit damage reduction. 75, we're agility and constitution. At 80, I went with lifesaver. If the ship on the hero's command, excuse me, is less than 50%, it increases healing by 20%. I went for this one, this go, just because for bigger battles, you can get bigger healing boost that can be more critical for saving versus keeping me topped off. Crit damage for 90, crit rate, same thing. 95, we're going for burning damage reduction, strength for harder hits. 100 is damage reduction, skip 105. 110, you want the crit damage reduction, taking on water damage reduction. Constitution for 115. And then for 120, I took Surging Rage. Helps the 2 most allied ship with the rage increase. This one I took specifically for the fact that you can be beneficial for PvE and PvP, whereas this one is just straight PvP if you don't do anything else. Repair for the healings. With my setup, I haven't been lacking in healing, so this was my best choice to go with. Crit damage. Skip 125, 130, take the crit damage. 135, you can do cutthroat damage reduction, and then dexterity. And this is what I was talking about with earlier, putting on the heal ship. The Steam Wing is because of this specific ability right here. It says when the ship under the hero commands performs healing, applies one staff attack bonus to the target, increases their attack by 5%, 5 seconds, effectively stacked 3 times, so increases their healing by 15%. So why I put it on the healing ship is because not only is she healing, other heroes are healing, but the ship is healing as well. With all that stuff put together, this Spirited War Soul should procs more, giving you more damage and more output. So this particular skill is beneficial if you put it on the healing ship. Now, if you were to put it anywhere else, this Tenacious Gain would still be beneficial, but it increases armor versus damage. So I opted for the damage one this time around because with damage, it's kind of more universal. So is defense, but it increases damage for all your ships. So that's why I went with the Spirited War this go for this particular hero. I skipped to 145. 150, we're at artillery damage reduction. 5 points, 155. Take your Constitution. I like to take Constitution here because the stats, it was pointed out to me. I didn't realize that. But as you go higher in the levels of enhancements, these points are actually a lot more than the other stuff. So for me, Constitution is more beneficial versus the agility. And then finally, the last point here is either window protection for the damage reduction or the damage increase, which is the Rising Passion. I opted for the Rising Passion. Reason being is it's beneficial for PvP and PvE versus the other one where it's just damage reduction. So keep that in mind, depending on your play style. But if you want a little bit more of a universal hero that can do both PvE and PvP, this is the choice that I opted in for. So far, guys, that's the setup I have and the point systems for Cecilia. I really hope that this video helped you a lot. And remember to leave a comment, like, and hit that hype button. Keep the channel going, and I appreciate it.